And there was a dugout warning given to Morningside from the home plate umpire. Clearly, somebody said something that he didn't like, and dugout warning was assessed. And the first pitch to Delzell is high and inside for ball one. So, for those of you who are just joining us, we apologize. We had a circuit break in our press box. It is now 7-0. There was a 2-run home run by Maston. There was a 2 RBI single from Felton. Jackson hit an RBI double, and then we had a couple more runs score on a throwing error. And it's a 1-1 count, so we apologize for missing the previous 5 runs that were scored following the homer from Maston. Check swing, and he went strike 2. Here's the 1-2. Misses low and outside, ball 2. And this will be the 45th pitch for Jackson Tho here in the top of the first inning. And the 2-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and Jackson Tho gets out of the top of the first inning, but not before surrendering 7 runs. So we will go to the bottom of the first inning with the Waldorf Warriors trailing Morningside 7. Mason Smith will lead things off for the Warriors. It'll be Smith, Rendone, and Kamalski. In game 1, Mason Smith was 1 for 3 with a walk. First pitch from Sanchez is called strike 1. Here's the 0-1. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Here's the 0-2 to Smith. That one is high for ball one. Here's the 1-2. Got him looking, strike three, and Sanchez records the strikeout. And that'll bring up Cameron Rendon. Cameron Rendon in game one was 1 for 4 with a strikeout. And he'll step into the box to face Thiago Sanchez. First pitch from Sanchez is low and outside, ball one. The 1-0. That one's a high fly ball into right center, and it will go off the center fielder's glove, Yasuki, and going all the way and rounding to third is Cameron Rendon, and he has a triple. Cade Yasui tried to make a sliding play, but he couldn't come up with the ball, and Cameron Rendon took advantage and made it all the way to third for a triple. That'll bring up Jack Kamalski. Kamalski in game one was 0 for 3 with a walk and 2 strikeouts. And he's got a man at third with 1 out, down by 7 in the bottom of the first. First pitch to Kamalski is low and inside for ball one. Here's the 1-0. That one's ripped into right center for a base hit. Rendon is going to score, and Kamalski has an RBI single, and the Warriors are on the board. That'll bring up Andrew Herron. Andrew Herron in game one was 1 for 3 with a walk. Sanchez will check the runner at first. And the first pitch to Herron is outside for ball one. Here's the 1-0. That one's low and inside for ball two. Tyler Thomas is on deck for the Warriors. Here's the 2-0. Catches the outside corner for strike one. Here's the 2-1. This is low and inside, 3-1. Here's the 3-1. That one's hit back to the pitcher, and it bounces off the glove of Sanchez, and Herron's going to beat it out. He is safe. Thiago Sanchez had trouble fielding the ball, and by the time he picked it up, Herron had legged it out, and he is safe. So it's 2 men on with 1 out, and Tyler Thomas coming to the plate. Tyler Thomas in game one. Thomas in game one was 2 for 2 with 2 RBI. So Thomas Well, stepping against Sanchez. First pitch is outside for ball one. One out count to Thomas. 2 men on, 1 out. Waldorf down 7-1 here in the bottom of the first inning. Sanchez checks the runners and the pitch. Catches the outside corner for strike one. There's the 1-1. That ball is called strike two on the inside corner. Here's the 1-2 to Thomas. And he will go down swinging on strikes for the second out of the inning, and that'll bring up Ryland Humphrey. Ryland Humphrey was 2 for 3 in game one. First pitch from Sanchez to Humphrey. Oh my goodness, that almost hit him as he had to duck out of the way. Coming straight at his helmet. Here's the 1-0. Catches the inside corner, strike one. Here's the 1-1. Swing and a miss, strike two. Here's the 1-2. This one's popped up and it will go foul and out of play behind home plate. So we'll go again. Here's the 1-2. That one's ripped down the first base line, but it is fielded by Romani Perez, who will take it to the bag himself to end the inning. So the Warriors get one on the board. And we're going to go to the top of the second inning with a score. The Morningside Mustangs 7, the Waldorf Warriors 1. New pitcher for the Warriors. It's going to be Seamus Riley, number 21. So Tho's day is done. And leading things off here at the top of the second inning is Connor Maston, who hit a 2-run homer his last time up. First offering from Riley is called strike one. And that one is laced foul down the first base line for strike two. So Riley is ahead in the count, 0-2. Here's the 0-2. That one is hit foul down the third base line. Here's the 0-2. That one's fouled off again. Here's another 0-2. This one is popped up, and giving chase is Kamalski, and he's got it in foul territory, one away. Now to bring up Romani Perez. Romani Perez struck out swinging his first time up. And the first pitch from Riley is called ball one. Here's the 1-0. This one is ripped into left field and right into the glove of Tyler Thomas, and that's 2 away. Ball hit into left field. Thomas was there, 2 away. Now to bring up Jacob Odell. Jacob Odell, he singled his first time up. First pitch to Odell. Check swing, and he did not go. Ball one. And now the Waldorf dugout has been given a warning. So someone on the Waldorf dugout, I believe, said the magic words to the umpire and told him, "Yeah, that's enough of that. That's your warning." It's a 1-0 count to Jacob Odell. Here's the 1-0. And Odell rips that one into left field, and Thomas is there to snag it. And that is going to end the top of the second inning, and we will go to the bottom half with Waldorf still trailing 7. Elijah Balderas is the leadoff man for the Warriors. It'll be the bottom of the order. It'll be Balderas, Dodge, and Toulouse, 7, 8, 9. As Balderas, who did not play in game one, getting his first action today, and he swings and misses for strike one. Here's the 0-1 to Balderas. One misses low and outside, ball one. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike two. Here's the 1-2. Misses outside, 2-2. Here's the 2-2. Got him looking, strike three, and Balderas goes down on strikes for the first out of the inning. So that will bring up Chase Dodge, who did not play in game one, will get his first at bat of the afternoon. First pitch to Dodge, and he swings and he drives it foul behind home plate for the first strike. Here's the 0-1. Misses high and outside, 1-1. Here's the 1-1. Called strike two on the inside at the knees. Here's the 1-2. That one's chopped foul and will go again. Here's the 1-2. Misses outside, 2-2. Here's the 2-2 offering. That one is sliced foul down the third base line. And we'll have another pitch in the at bat. Here's another 2-2 from Sanchez. Hit on the ground and foul again in near the Waldorf dugout. So it looks like Dodge is getting his timing down. He just can't keep the ball fair. And And that ball will get away from the catcher, 3-2. Here's the 3-2. Swing and a miss, strike three, and Dodge goes down on strikes for the second out of the inning. That'll bring up A.J. Toulouse. In game one, A.J. Toulouse, he was 1 for 3 with a strikeout, but he did have a 3 RBI double. And he swings and misses at the first offering from Sanchez, strike one. And Toulouse will take that one in the dirt for ball one. Here's the 1-1 to Toulouse. Check swing. Did he go? No, he didn't. Ball two. That's 2-2 as that one is called a strike. Two-two count on A.J. Toulouse. Nobody on. 2 outs in the bottom of the second. And the pitch from Sanchez misses outside, and the count is run full, 3-2. Here's the 3-2 to Toulouse. Got him looking, strike three, and Sanchez strikes out the side, and the Warriors go down in the bottom of the second inning, and we're going to go to the top of the third with Morningside still in the lead, 7-1. Mason King will lead things off. It's 5-6-7. King, Yasui, and Felton. Mason King singled his last time up, and he will take strike one to start his second at bat. Here's the 0-1. And he'll take strike two on the inside corner. Here's the 0-2. That one's hit on the ground, and it will get past Kowalski at first base for a base hit. And it's the second single of the day for Mason King, and that'll bring up Cade Yasui. Yasui singled his first time up. So he's 1 for 1 with a single. First pitch to Yasui is high and outside, ball one. One zero. One's popped up into left field, giving chase is Thomas, and he will make the grab in foul territory, 2 away. Got to bring up Quintero Felton. Quintero Felton hit a 2 RBI single in the first inning during his first at bat. And getting back to first base is Mason King. Felton hit a 2 RBI single back in the first inning. And he's got a man on with 1 out. That one misses high and inside, ball one. Check on the first baseman, and he is back in time. And still a 1-0 count to Felton. That one misses outside, 2-0. Now Balderas is going to come out to talk to Riley. Little meeting of the minds between the battery mates. It's 7-1 here in the top of the third inning in game number 2 of this GPAC doubleheader. Morningside and Waldorf played 2 games yesterday, with Morningside winning game 1 5-4 and then game 2 5-1. They won game 1 earlier today 14-5 in 8 innings. And they have a 7-1 lead here in the top of the third with 1 out. And it's a 2-0 count to Quintero Felton. With 2-0. Runner goes. The throw is not in time, and it's a stolen base. for Morningside, and they'll put a man in scoring position, and it's a 3-0 count to Kitaro Felton. Jackson Bunkers is on deck for Morningside. The 3-0 called strike one. Here's the 3-1. Swing and a miss, strike two, and we've got a full count. Here's the 3-2. Swing and a miss, strike three, and Felton goes down on strikes at the second out of the inning. And that'll bring up Jackson Bunkers. Jackson Bunkers hit an RBI double in the top of the first inning, his first time up. And he's got a man on second with 2 outs and a 6-run lead here in the top of the third. First pitch to Bunkers is swung on and missed for strike one. Here's the 0-1. That one will catch the inside corner for strike two. Here's the 0-2. That one is hit right to the third baseman, and there is no play to be made as Humphrey could not, by the time Humphrey corralled the ball, Bunkers was already most of the way to first base. Throwing it would have been a moot point. And that'll bring up Connor Woods. Connor Woods struck out looking his first time up. That one's hit right up the middle, right to the second baseman, who flips it to the shortstop to get the out at second. And the Waldorf Warriors will get out of the inning without surrendering a run. And we'll go to the bottom of the third. Morningside still leading. It's the top of the order for the Warriors. It'll be Smith, Rendone, and Kamalski. And the first pitch to Mason Smith is lined up the middle of the center field for a base hit. And it's a leadoff single for Mason Smith, and that'll bring up Cameron Rendone. That'll bring up Cameron Rendone. He tripled his first time up. He's got a man on with nobody out. First pitch to Rendone is swung on and driven into left field and just barely foul. Here's the 0-1. High drive into left field, and that ball is, you are so not catching that. It is gone. And Cameron Rendone puts 2 on the board. It's a 2-run homer for Rendone, and it's 7-3. Waldorf down by 4. That'll bring up Jack Kamalski. Jack Kamalski will come up to the plate. He's 1 for 1 with an RBI single. Kamalski 1 for 1. He had an RBI single in the bottom of the first inning, his first time up. That ball is called strike 1 on the inside. Here's the 0-1. That one is tipped foul, strike 2. Here's the 0-2. That ball's in the dirt. Well, thankfully, our window was closed. Otherwise, that would have landed right in my lap. And it's still, now it's a 1-2 count. Here's the 1-2. Swing and a miss, drop, third strike, and the throw to first is in time. So Kamalski strikes out, and that's the first out of the inning. So Andrew Harron is going to come up. Andrew Harron is going to come up to the plate. He's 0 for 1 thus far. That one is low and inside for ball one. Andrew Harron, whose first time up, reached on an error. And he will swing through that one for strike one. The 1-1. That one's hit on the ground to second. The throw to first is in time, and Herron's retired. 2 down. That'll bring up Tyler Thomas. Tyler Thomas, his first time up, he struck out swinging. And the first offering to Thomas, and he swings through it for strike one. Here's the 0-1. Catches the outside corner for strike two. That one is in the dirt for ball one. It's a 1-2 count to Tyler Thomas. Ryland Humphrey is on deck if Thomas can get on base. We have a little bit of an equipment issue with the Morningside catcher Felton. Just getting that resolved. And we're back at it. It's a 1-2 count to Tyler Thomas. 7-3 here in the bottom of the third. And the 1-2. And he did not go. He held his check swing, and it's 2-2. Here's the 2-2. Misses outside, 3-2. Here's the 3-2. Ball four, Thomas walks, and that'll bring up Ryland Humphrey. Ryland Humphrey grounded out to first his last time up. He's got a man on with 2 outs as he's going to try to cut into this Morningside lead. First pitch to Humphrey is called strike one on the outside corner. Here's the 0-1. Swing and a miss. Strike two. Here's the 0-2. That ball nearly hits him, and he had to get out of the way. 1-2. Here's the 1-2. Misses low and outside. 2-2. Here's the 2-2. Misses high and outside. 3-2. Full count to Humphrey. And he swings and misses for strike 3. And Sanchez gets out of the inning, only giving up 2 runs. A 2-run homer from Cameron Rendone puts a couple more on the board for the Warriors, as the Morningside Mustangs will go to the top of the 4th with a 7-3. Yeah. New pitcher in for the Warriors is number 30, Jackson Heath, a freshman from Santa Fe, New Mexico. He pitched in Game 2 yesterday, going 1 2/3, allowing 2 hits, 1 strikeout, and 1 walk. And he will be the new pitcher for the Warriors, and he will face the top of the order with Michael Delzell, and Delzell will take the first pitch, and he will drive it out of here from left field. Michael Delzell with a solo homer, and it's now 8-3 Morningside. Takes the first pitch he sees from Jackson Heath and drives it over the left field wall. And that will bring up Connor Maston. Connor Maston hit a 2-run homer in the top of the first inning. First pitch to Maston. Misses high for ball 1. Here's the 1-0. This one's popped up into foul territory, and Balderas will not be able to track it down. And did that land in fair territory, or is that considered a foul? Nope, they're going to call it a foul. I thought it might have landed in fair territory, but they'll call it a foul ball and we'll go again. The 1-1. Misses high and inside, ball 2. Here's the 2-1. Called strike 2 on the outside. The 2-2. Hit on the ground and foul down third base line. That one's called ball 3, and we've got a full count. The 3-2. That one's fouled away, and we'll go again. Still 3-2. That one's fouled off again, and we'll stay at 3-2. This will be the 9th pitch of the at-bat. The 3-2. Popped up into right center and tracking it down and making the catch will be Toulouse for the first out of the inning. That'll bring up Romani Perez, who is 0 for 2 with a strikeout in game number 2. That one is driven into left center, and see you later. It is gone. Romani Perez, another solo home run for Morningside, and it's now 9-3. 9-3 Morningside. It's the second solo home run of the inning. And that'll bring up Jacob Odell. Jacob Odell flew out to left his last time up. And he will take ball 1 to start the at-bat. That one is popped up, high fly ball, left field, giving chase is Humphrey, and he's not going to get it as it lands on the opposite side of the fence. So it's an 0-2 count. And the pitch. Hit on the ground to third. The throw to Kamowski at first is in time for the out. And that will bring up Mason King. Mason King is 2 for 2 on the day. He singled in the first inning. And he singled in the third inning, so he's 2 for 2 with a pair of singles. He shows bunt and he pulls away for ball 1. Here's the 1-0. Clips the outside corner, 1-1. The 1-1. That one's driven into left center, and it's going to get down for a base hit. And King will stop at third, and that will stop at first, and that is his third single of the afternoon. And that will bring up Cade Yasui. Cade Yasui flew out to left his first time up, or his last time up. He's 1 for 2 with a single and a flyout. And runner goes. The throw is not in time, and Mason King steals second, putting himself in scoring position. So it's a 1-0 count on Yasui. And the pitch. Swung on and hit right to the second baseman for the line out, and they get out of the inning. But a pair of home runs from Delzell and Perez have make it a 6-run lead once again. It's Morningside 9, Waldorf 3 as we go to the bottom of Okay. Welcome back to Forest City, Iowa in the bottom of the fourth inning in Game 2 of this GPAC doubleheader. Elijah Balderas will lead things off for the Warriors. At the bottom of the order, Balderas dodging to lose 7, 8, 9. Balderas struck out looking his first time up. And the first offering from Sanchez is swung on and missed for strike 1. The 1-0. And that one swung on and missed. It's 0-2. Here's the 0-2. Got him looking, strike three, and Balderas goes down on strikes for the second time today. First out of the inning, and the 8th strikeout for Tiago Sanchez. That'll bring out Chase Dodge, who is 0 for 1 with a strikeout thus far. First pitch from Sanchez is low for ball one. Here's the 1-0. That one misses outside and away from the glove of Felton. Made it all the way to the backstop. 2-0. Here's the 2-0. That one's lined right to the third baseman. The throw to first. He is safe, and Chase Dodge legs it out. Perez tried to tag him as the ball and Dodge got there at almost the same time, and Dodge is able to leg it out, and it is a single for Chase Dodge. And that'll bring up A.J. Toulouse, who struck out his first time up. He's got a man on with 1 out, trying to cut into this Morningside lead. First pitch to Toulouse is outside for ball one. The 1-0 called strike one. Here's the 1-1 pitch to Toulouse. Misses the outside corner, 2-1. Here's the 2-1. That one's hit on the ground. Chopper to second. This could be two. Flip to the second. Throw to first is in time. And A.J. Toulouse grounds into a double play. And that will end the inning for the Warriors. And we're going to go to the top of the fifth with the Morningside Mustangs still in the lead, 9-3 here in Forest City. It'll be the bottom of the order for the Mustangs here at the top of the fifth inning. It'll be Felton, Bunkers, and Woods. Felton is 1 for 2 with 2 RBI and a strikeout on the afternoon. First pitch to Felton is in the dirt for ball 1. Back in the first inning, Felton hit a 2 RBI single. And then he struck out looking his last time up. And he'll take that one low and outside, ball 2. Here's the 2-0. That one's ripped down the left field line and foul. So it's a 2-1 count to Kentaro Felton. Jackson Bunkers is on deck. That one is in the dirt and it skips away from Balderas, 3-1. Here's the 2-1. That one's hit foul down the first base line. So now it's 2-2. Oh, it's 3-2, not 2-2. Scoreboard was incorrect there. Here's the 3-2. That one's hit on the ground to second, and a play cannot be made as Dodge couldn't get to the ball in time, and making it to first base is Felton, and here comes Jackson Bunkers. Jackson Bunkers is 2 for 2. He doubled in the first inning and singled in the third. So he is halfway to a cycle. Also, so is Cameron Rendon. He's tripled and homered today. First pitch to Bunkers is high and outside, ball 1. Here's the 1-0. Called strike 1. Here's the 1-1. Misses outside, 2-1. Here's a 2-1. Driven into left center, going back at the wall, and it is gone. And Jackson Bunkers is 1 triple away from the cycle. It's a 2-run homer, and it's 11-3 Morningside. The former Nyack Trojan goes deep, and it's 11-3 Mustangs. That'll bring up Connor Woods. Connor Woods is 0 for 2 with a strikeout. He is the only Morningside Mustang that has not collected a hit here in game number 2. And he tried to show bunt and he pulled back. ball one. Connor Woods 0 for 2 with a strikeout, the only Morningside player who has not recorded a hit in this ball game. It's a 1-0 count to Connor Woods. After Woods, it's going to go back to the top of the order with Michael Delzell. Here's the 1-0. That one is called. Strike one on the outside. And the pitch. That one's laced foul, and that's strike two. And the delivery to Woods is in the dirt. And now it's a 1-2 count. Here's the 1-2. Just misses the outside corner, 2-2. Here's the 2-2. That one's fouled off and will go again. Here's the 2-2. Misses outside, 3-2. Full count on Connor Woods, the 3-2. This one's popped up and it will go out of play behind home plate. The 3-2. Ball four, Woods will walk, and that'll bring up Michael Delzell, who hit a solo homer his last time up. I believe that is going to be it for Jackson Heath. Looks like we're going to have another pitching change. And we are. And here comes another pitcher for Waldorf. So while he gets warmed up, we will step aside. It's 11-3 Morningside here in the top of the Welcome back to Forest City. The new pitcher is Aiden Robidoux. He is a freshman from Coon Rapids, Minnesota, replacing Jackson Heath. And he will check the runner at first, who gets back in time. First offering is called strike one to Michael Delzell, who hit a solo homer in the fourth inning his last time up. Here's the 0-1. Catches the outside corner, strike two. Here's the 0-2. Misses high and outside, 1-2. Here's the 1-2. That one's hit on the ground to third. This could be two. They're going to get the first out at second. The throw to first. They're not going to get there, but they are going to get the lead runner. So Delzell reaches first base safely. And it'll be 1 on with 1 out, and Connor Maston coming to the plate. Connor Maston hit a 2-run homer back in the top of the first inning. He is 1 for 3 thus far from the plate. First pitch to Maston is called ball 1. Here's the 1-0. That one is called strike one on the outside corner. Romani Perez is on deck for the Morningside Mustangs. The 1-1 is driven into right field and foul. Toulouse gave chase, but it will land harmlessly out of play. Here's the 1-2. Misses outside, 2-2. They're going to check on the runner at first, and Delzell gets back in time. So 2-2 count. Delzell will take the lead. Robidoux checks the runner, and the 2-2. That one is laced into left field, and it's going to get down for a base hit. Delzell is rounding for third, and making it to second is going to be Maston. And it's a 1-out double for Connor Maston. 2 men on, 1 out, and here comes Romani Perez. And Perez hit a solo homer back in the top of the fourth inning his last time up. He's got 2 men on with 1 out. And that is called strike one on the outside corner. Romani Perez 1 for 3 with a solo homer. The 0-1 misses outside, 1-1. 1-1. That one's in the dirt. Ball 2. Here's the 2-1. Just misses high. 3-1. Here's the 3-1. Just misses inside. Ball 4, and Perez will walk, and that'll bring up Jacob Odell. And the bases are loaded with 1 out. Jacob Odell is 1 for 3 from the plate today. He had a single in the first inning, and he'll take ball 1. He had a fly out in the second inning. And then his last time up in the top of the 4th, he grounded out to 3rd. The 1-0, and he will take that one high, 2-0. That one misses low, 3-0, and Robidoux is 1 ball away from walking in a run. The 3-0 called strike 1. Mason King is on deck for the Morningside Mustangs. The 3-1. Ball 4, he walks, another run will score, and it's now 12-3 Morningside. And that will bring up Mason King. Mason King is 3 for 3 on the afternoon, all singles. And he'll step up to face Aiden Robidoux with the bases loaded and 1 out here in the top of the 5th. And King will take ball 1 inside. Here's the 1-0. This one's popped up into center field, and Rendone will make the grab, and tagging up from 3rd and scoring will be Maston. It's a sacrifice fly, and it's 13-3. Morningside up by 10. And we'll have a pinch hitter. It's now number 3, Luke Froelich. Luke Froelich is going to come in. He is the pinch hitter, a right-handed senior from Bakersfield, California. On the year, he's batting .205 with 3 home runs and 12 runs batted in. And he'll take strike 1 to start the at-bat. That one's chopped right back to Robidoux. Robidoux will flip it to first, no problem, and it will record the out. As the Morningside Mustangs will put 4 more on the board, it's a 10-run lead as we go to the bottom of the 5th. The score, Mustangs 13, Warriors New pitcher in for the Morningside Mustangs. It is a redshirt freshman from Lincoln, Nebraska, Reed Nagel. His stats on the year: in 7 2/3 innings throughout the season, he has a whip of 1.30, 8 strikeouts, and an ERA of 3.52. And it's going to be the top of the order. It is Smith, Rendone, and Kamalski. First pitch from Nagel is low and away for ball one. Here's the 1-0. That ball gets away and behind the backstop, ball two. Mason Smith is 1 for 2 with a strikeout from the plate. Here's the 2-0. Called strike one at the knees. Here's the 2-1. Called strike two on the outside. Here's the 2-2. Dropped third strike, and the throw to first is not in time. He drops it, and Smith runs into the first baseman, Romani Perez. So in the books, it is a strikeout. So in the books, it is a strikeout for Mason Smith, but on the dropped third strike, they could not get the play at first. And that'll bring up Cameron Rendone, who is 2 for 2 today with a triple and a home run. He is halfway to the cycle. First pitch from Nagel to Rendone is swung on and chopped to third. The throw to second is not in time. He is... Or did they get him out? I thought they ruled him safe. That'll bring up Jack Kamalski. So Jack Kamalski, 1 for 2 with a strikeout and an RBI. First pitch to Kamalski is hit on the ground to short. This could be 2. And the throw to first is in time. So they couldn't get the double play with Rendone, but they get it with Kamalski. And the Warriors get a couple on, but can't do anything with it. And we'll go to the top of the 6th. And that is going to do it for the 5th inning. And Rendone is a little slow to get up. He's going to double over a little bit in between second and third, but looks like he's going to go back up there. He's doing all right. All right, we will take a brief timeout. When we come back, we will have the 6th inning. It's 13-3, Morningside. It'll be the bottom of the order. Quintero Felton, Jackson Bunkers, and Connor Woods, 7, 8, 9. New pitcher for the Warriors. It's Keaton Haynes, a freshman from Ottumwa, Iowa. And the first pitch is hit on the ground to short. And the throw to first is in time. So one pitch, one out, and Felton is retired. That'll bring up Jackson Bunkers. Bunkers doubled in the first inning. He's 3 for 3. He doubled in the first inning, singled in the third, and homered. He is a double away from the cycle. And that is outside ball one. He is 3 for 3 with a homer, a single. He's one hit away from the cycle. That one is driven into deep center. Drifting back is Rendon, and he will make the catch on the warning track, 2 away. So there will be no cycle for Jackson Bunkers. That'll bring up Connor Woods, who is 0 for 2 with a strikeout. That one's popped up into right field, and it will land fair for a base hit, and Woods will make it to second. And with that double, all 9 men in the Morningside lineup have now recorded a hit. Or in the starting lineup, rather, Luke Froelich, who came in to replace the starting right fielder, has yet to record a hit, and that'll bring up Michael Delzell. He's 1 for 3 with a homer. And the first pitch to Delzell is outside for ball one. Here's the 1-0. Misses outside, 2-0. Here's the 2-0. Swing and a miss, strike one. Here's the 2-1. That one is ripped into right center and is going to get down for a base hit. And rounding around and scoring will be Woods, and it's an RBI single for Michael Delzell, and it's now 14-3 Morningside. That'll bring up Connor Maston. Hit a 2-run homer in the first inning, did Connor Maston. He is 2 for 4 on the afternoon. First pitch to Maxton is called strike one. Here's the 0-1. This is outside, 1-1. The 1-1. And that will find its way through the gap for a base hit. And it's a single for Maston. 2 on, 2 out, and here comes Romani Perez. Oh, nope, it's going to be a pinch hitter. Perez was in the on deck circle, but they pulled him out. It will be Sam Wilt instead. Sam Wilt, a senior from Anamosa, Iowa, is the new batter. Sam Wilt on the year is batting .250 with 5 runs batted in. First offering from Haynes misses outside for ball 1. And the 1-0. That ball almost hit him, and it's ball 2. This one's popped up, and it will go foul behind the Morningside dugout. The 2-1. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. The 2-2. Ooh, that ball almost hit him. As Keaton Haynes kind of buzzed the tower a little bit. It's 3-2. Here's the 3-2. Ball 4, and Wilt will walk, and that will load him up for Jacob Odell. Jacob Odell is 1 for 3. From the plate in game 2. Bases loaded, 2 outs, and he drives the first pitch. Foul down the third base line. Ooh, that was a frozen rope that just barely went foul. Here's the 0-2, here's the 0-1, and that will become 0-2 as he will take strike 2. Here's the 2-2. Called strike 3, and Odell just kind of gave him the look like, seriously? Really? You're going to call that a strike? He's jawing with the umpire. I imagine he is not telling him that is a brilliant call as he goes back to the dugout, and we will go to the bottom of the 6th with the score Morningside 14, Waldorf 3. Welcome to the bottom of the sixth inning here in Forest City, Iowa. It has been all Morningside as they have a 14-3 lead. It will be Andrew Herron, Tyler Thomas, and Ryland Humphrey up to bat. Andrew Herron 0 for 2 from the plate, and he'll step up against Reed Nagel. The first offering from Nagel is inside for ball one. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Misses outside, 2-0. The 2-0 count to Herron. And the delivery. This one's popped up into foul territory. Giving chase is Odell, and he's not going to get there as it lands on the opposite side of the fence. So it's a 2-1 count to Herron. Here's the 2-1. Called strike two. Here's the 2-2 to Herron. Swing and a miss, strike three, and Herron goes down on strikes for the first out of the inning. That'll bring up Tyler Thomas. Tyler Thomas will step up to the plate. He is 0 for 1 with a walk and a strikeout. Nagel gets his sign, and the first offering to Thomas misses low and away for ball one. Here's the 1-0. And that one fouled right off of his shin. And that's why he's wearing a shin guard. But even with the shin guard, I imagine that can't feel good. I've never hit a ball off my leg, but I imagine it hurts. So Thomas trying to walk it off before he gets back into the batter's box. Nagel gets his sign, and here's the 1-1 pitch to Tyler Thomas. That one is taken for strike two. After Tyler Thomas, it'll be Ryland Humphrey. Here's the 1-2 from Nagel. This one's hit on the ground to short. And throw to Wilt at first is in time, and Thomas is retired. That will bring up Ryland Humphrey, and Humphrey is 0 for 2 with a strikeout. And he'll step in against Nagel. If he can get on base, it will go to Elijah Balderas. And the first offering is swung on and will find the gap for a base hit, and it's a single for Ryland Humphrey, and that'll bring up Elijah Balderas. A two-out single from Rylan Humphrey will bring up Elijah Balderas. Balderas is 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. He's got a man on first with 2 down, trailing 14-3 here in the bottom of the 6th. First pitch to Balderas is called strike 1 at the knees. If Balderas can get on base, it'll go to Chase Dodge. Nagel checks the runner at first. And the 0-1 offering. Swung on, hit on the ground to short, and he will get the force out at second to end the inning. And we have played 6 here in game number 2 as the Morningside Mustangs are 1 inning away from getting the weekday sweep against Waldorf. It's 14-3. Welcome back to Forest City here in the top of the 7th inning. And Nathan Thomas is going to be the pinch hitter coming in to replace Mason King. In 12 games this year, he's batting .235 with 1 run batted in, and that is called strike 1. And that one is called ball 1. So it's a 1-1 count on Nathan Thomas, the sophomore utility infielder from Springfield, Nebraska. And he will take strike 2 on the outside corner. After him, it will go to Luke Froelich. Here's the 1-2. High drive into left field, and it will be caught on the run for the first out of the inning. Solid contact from Thomas there, but he got a little bit under it. And that will bring up Luke Froelich, who is 0 for 1 from the plate thus far. And he will take strike 1 to start the at-bat. And he'll swing and a miss for strike 2. 0-2 count on Luke Froelich. And he will drive that one foul and out of play. So it stays 0-2. The 0-2 is in the dirt for ball one. Here's the 1-2. Swing and a miss, strike three, and Froelich goes down on strikes for the second out of the inning. And that will bring up number 22, Nick Grajeda. Nick Grajeda, a junior from Sun Valley, California, batting 182 on the year with one run batted in. He'll step up to face Haynes, and the first pitch is driven into right center, and that ball will get down for a base hit. And Grajeda stumbles on his way to second, but he's still able to get there in time. And it's a double for Nick Grajeda. Stumbled a little bit on his way to second base, but he was able to get there before the throw can. And it's a 2-out double for Nick Grajeda, and that will bring up Luke Blackman. So Luke Blackman will step up to the plate. He was 0 for 1. He grounded out in his only at-bat in game number 1 earlier. And right on cue, he will hit a ground ball to short, and he will be retired in one pitch. And we will go to the bottom of the 7th inning. The Waldorf University Warriors will get one last chance to pull off a miracle, as it is 14-3 as we go to the bottom. All right, here we go. It's going to be Dodge, Toulouse, and Mason 8-9-1, and Mason Smith 8-9-1. The Waldorf University Warriors will enter the bottom of the 7th inning, trailing 14-3. Chase Dodge is 1 for 2 from the plate thus far. First pitch to Dodge is swung on and missed for strike one. Here's the 0-1 to Dodge. This one's hit on the ground, chopper back to the pitcher, and the third baseman Gets the throw made in time. Jacob Odell somehow, some way was able to get to that ball to Wilt before Dodge could get to first base, and it's the first out of the inning. That'll bring up A.J. Toulouse. He is 0 for 2 with a strikeout. He's 0 for 2 with a strikeout, and he'll step up against Reed Nagel. The first pitch to Toulouse is swung on and missed for strike one. Here's the 0-1. That one misses outside, 1-1. One count to Toulouse. The delivery from Nagel is in the dirt for ball two. It's a 2-1 count to Toulouse. Nobody on, one out here in the bottom of the seventh inning. Waldorf down 14-3. And the pitch. Swung on and missed, strike two. Two count to Toulouse. The delivery from Nagel. Swing and a miss, strike three, and Toulouse goes down on strikes, and the Warriors are down to their last out. So it'll be up to Mason Smith to keep this game going. Mason Smith is 1 for 3 with 2 strikeouts, and he was the final out for the Warriors, and it's going to be up to him to keep this game going. If he can get on base, he'll set up Cameron Rendone. The first offering to Smith is in the dirt for ball one. Here's the 1-0. Swung on, hit on the ground is short, and the throw to first. They got him, and that is going to do it. And the Morningside Mustangs will take all 4 games during this post-Easter tilt here in Forest City. Our final score in game number 2, it's the Morningside Mustangs 14, the Waldorf Warriors 3. In game 1, Morningside won that game 14-5 after scoring 12 unanswered runs after entering the top of.
Be prepared for whatever comes your way by choosing an ag banker you know and trust. A new era is here.